The thought life cycle, and how can it help you with situational anxiety? The thought life cycle is made up of three parts: the event, the thought, and the feeling that gets derived from the thought. People who suffer with situational anxiety tend to have an inaccurate thought life cycle. So, in other words, they process an inaccurate thought, which leads to an inaccurate feeling. So, what is a feeling? I always like to think a feeling is a one word thing. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed. These are all one word type things to sum up how you actually feel. The feelings come from thoughts. You think them in a nanosecond. But how does the thought life cycle actually impact you from a anxiety stress perspective? Well, let's take an example. Just say you see your boss go by and he looks angry. Somebody who suffers with anxiety, we always lean to the negative. We never lean to the positive. That's why we have anxiety. But we process our boss going by looking angry as, oh, he must be angry at me. Now that thought then processes to a feeling of anxiety, stress, feeling inadequate, all these negative feelings from that inaccurate thought. If we're able to go back to the initial thought and actually re-examine that thought, it can actually reduce or even eliminate the actual stress or anxiety. So let's take that example and go back. I saw my boss. He looked angry. Re-examine the thought. He could be angry at somebody else. He could be having a bad day. He's always angry. He always has an angry look on his face. Now, what's the feeling from the thought? Less anxiety. I can't control how he feels. All these more positive feelings from a thought. And you can apply this to situational anxiety situations. Say an example at an airport. I'm at the airport, there's a really long line in security. What am I going to do? I'm going to miss my flight. I'm going to miss my connection. I haven't got the money to pay for a new ticket, etc., etc., etc. These are invalid thoughts. How do you make them more valid thoughts or accurate thoughts? When you go back to the actual thought that's giving you the stress because you've been triggered, you're stressed. You go back to it. And now all of a sudden you say, well, people are making it through the line. I'm not going to miss my flight. I can get rebooked. Somebody will help me get through this process. Now your thoughts are giving you positive feelings. This is something you can be used really for anything, anytime when you have situational anxiety, and it really can help you. If you want to find more about this, go to CBT, look it up on YouTube. CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. And there's a whole collage of YouTube videos that explaining how to reduce your stress during situational anxiety. I hope this helps.